The last words of Jesus, all seven, explained. It is noon and the sky has gone dark. Three men hang on crosses outside Jerusalem's city walls on a limestone hill the locals call the Skull. The middle cross holds a man who has been awake since the night before, arrested, beaten, tried twice, flogged, and nailed through his wrists into wood. He has perhaps 3 hours left. And he is going to speak 7 times. Most people who die in agony say nothing coherent near the end. Pain takes language away. But here, on the worst instrument of execution the Roman Empire ever designed, this man chooses every word deliberately. One of these 7 sentences, by the way, is not original to him. He borrowed it from a poem written 1,000 years before his birth. We will get there. The first thing he says is not about himself. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Soldiers are gambling for his clothes at his feet. The crowd is watching. The religious leaders are mocking, and his first sentence is a prayer for them, for the people killing him. This is not resignation. This is not weakness. The Greek verb here is in the present continuous tense. He keeps saying it repeatedly as the nails go in. The second sentence goes to a criminal hanging beside him. Tradition calls this man Dismas. The Bible never gives his name. He is dying for actual crimes. He turns his head toward the center cross and says, simply, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And the answer comes back, "Truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." No confession required, no baptism, no years of service, just a dying man asking to be remembered. That is enough. The third sentence is the quietest one. He looks down from the cross. His mother Mary is standing there. She has been there the whole time. John, his closest friend, stands beside her, and he says to her, "Woman, behold your son," and to John, "Behold your mother." From that day, John took her into his own home. He is dying, and he is still making sure she will be cared for. Stay with me, because the next sentence is the one that stops people cold. The fourth sentence is a cry. Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. My God, why have you forsaken me? This is raw, unfiltered. The Aramaic word Eloi comes out like a gasp. And here's what most people miss. This is the opening line of Psalm 22, a poem David wrote 1,000 years earlier about a righteous man surrounded by enemies, mocked, abandoned, whose bones are out of joint. Jesus is not just crying out, he is pointing to a text. He is saying this was always the story. This was always where it was going. The fifth sentence is 2 words. I thirst. After all the theology, after all the prayers and promises, 2 words that remind you he is a human being. His body is shutting down. He is fully present in the suffering. He does not disappear into divinity to escape it. The 6th sentence changes everything. It is finished. In the Greek, this is one word, tetelestai. Archaeologists have found this exact word stamped on ancient papyrus debt receipts across the Roman world. It means paid in full, debt cleared, account closed. This is not a sigh of defeat. This is not the sound of a man giving up. This is a declaration, a legal announcement. The thing that needed doing has been done. The 7th and final sentence is a prayer. Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. This is Psalm 31, verse 5, a psalm every Jewish child was taught to recite before sleep each night as a bedtime prayer. He is dying, and he reaches for the words his mother probably taught him as a boy. The borrowed sentence, the ancient poem, the circle closes. 3 things to take with you. First, every one of these sentences was spoken under maximum physical suffering. Forgiveness, care, trust, none of it came from comfort. It came from the hardest possible place. Second, he used his last breath to make sure someone else would be all right. Mary had a home before he died. The thief had a promise before he died. That is what love looks like at its limit. Third, and this is the one that stays with you, the last word he ever said from that cross was not a declaration to the crowd. It was not a theological statement. It was a prayer to his Father, whispered with his last breath, "Into your hands." Not a shout, a surrender, and somehow the quietest word of all turned out to be the loudest. Which of these 7 sentences hit you the hardest? Tell me in the comments. I read every one.